Laura Lockard is fast. The Sayre, Pennsylvania native proved that in her first season with the U of R track team. She won her first collegiate race in the indoor season and took third in the 400 meters at the New York State Collegiate Track Championships. Once the outdoor season started, she kept up her winning ways, taking the 400 meters at the U of R Invitational and was part of a New York State champion 4x400 relay team. It seemed like Lockard was poised for a career filled with wins and record-setting performances. But some things you can't outrun, no matter how fast you are.
I think it was about late January, early February. She took part in a voluntary MRI study, and unfortunately she got a call that some things had showed up on the MRI. And so with some follow-up testing and so on and so forth, we kind of found out over the ensuing months that they had discovered a tumor. And so that kind of put her sophomore track season on hold, led to the process of summer between her sophomore and junior year, her having a surgery to remove the tumor, and the last 2 years has really just been a process of her kind of making that comeback. And
it was a fluke, a chance discovery of a tumor, just because she had signed up for a study to make a little extra money. A phone call like that is the last thing anyone would expect.
Well, I mean, my initial reaction was kind of just complete shock. You're not expecting that sort of phone call to come in, and everything kind of just gets slipped out from under you. You kind of lose your sense of what's going on, and I don't know, it was kind of an initial sense of panic, I guess. Like, everything just kind of came crashing down all at once.
Laura had been hit with some of the worst news you could get. She was at a crossroads, and instead of asking, "Why me?" she asked, "What's next?"
I actually made a list of things that I need to get done in order, to take care of my health. So I put down a list like, go get my MRI, go see this doctor, call these people and let them know what's going on. And at the bottom of that list, I said, just breathe and stay composed, because it's all going to be okay. So I don't know, I kind of forced myself to stay organized after that initial shock.
There's a lot of really impressive things about Laura, but I think the way that she kind of, through that semester of her sophomore year, just kind of really kept things on the level, continued to come out and show up to practice each day and just support her teammates. And
in June of 2015, Laura had the tumor removed, a 10-hour surgery at Strong Memorial Hospital, just moments away from where a few months earlier she had been training for another season with a track team.
The weeks following surgery, I had to kind of learn how to walk again and do things on my own, and that was very kind of demoralizing almost, because it's like these are simple tasks that ordinarily I wouldn't have given a second thought about doing them, and now I have to relearn all of this. So it was pretty hard coming after a surgery like that, getting back into the same physical activity that I wanted to do. But I mean, even within a month, I was running again after surgery. So I was just so determined to get to that same level again.
Laura couldn't turn to the track as an escape from what she was going through. So instead, the microbiology major turned her attention to something that would require all of her focus: her studies.
I think that was one of the major things that got me through the whole experience, was setting my mind on schoolwork and saying, this is something I could control, this is something I have, complete autonomy over. That gave me a little sense of power still in my life while all of this other stuff was going on. So being able to take control of my schoolwork and saying, okay, this is where I'm going to focus my energy so I won't have to worry about all this other stuff going on, gave me a sense of relief, amongst everything else that was going on.
It was a chance decision to sign up for the study in the first place and to find the tumor. But what if she hadn't decided to attend Rochester in the first place?
I think about if I had chosen any other college to come to, I may not have figured out that I even had the tumor until it started actually causing, physical symptoms. So just the decision to come to Rochester in itself had a huge impact on the rest of my life. And then the fact that Rochester had all of these facilities to take care of that situation too. I was just supremely lucky in that situation.
The tumor and the surgery might have slowed her down a little bit, but that was only temporary. She studied abroad last fall and has returned to the track team and is one of the captains. If she has learned anything from her ordeal, don't let any opportunity slip away.
Going through that experience taught me that if I want to do something, I shouldn't hesitate to try and do it. I should do it now while I still can, because, I can have another situation like that happen and then no longer be able to and regret never taking the opportunity when it was in front of me. So I'd say having that sort of overly shocking experience kind of pushed me to do the things that I said I wanted to do.